Welcome everybody, this is Nightsaber Z42, and we're back with some Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Anyways, in the last episode, we kind of investigated the crime scene over here. Oh. My dear Watson! He's dead! He died, he's a ghost! Watson! No! Oh, he's dead, he's a ghost. Oh. Anyways, oh my gosh, he's a ghost. We are doing the investigation for, I think it was Catherine Eddowes, I think, maybe. Anyways, we're gonna do the deduction because we went to the church or the synagogue and we talked to Abraham and there really wasn't anything else to do, but I'm pretty sure that now it's time for the deduction. Boom. Yes, that's right. Just place them random parts that actually happen to be in that area. So we'll start with number 1 first and then go on to number 2. So the wound to the neck goes from the right to and slightly oblique and descending. And so the murderer was behind the victim. The blow was fierce and instantaneous. The murderer wanted to decapitate the victim. It doesn't seem like he wanted to decapitate. So I would say that the blow was fierce and instantaneous, which would mean it was the same kind as Lestrade's stride. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Lestrade. Actually, that's something that's kind of very weird. We haven't heard from Lestrade, but then again, I guess Aberline is the investigator of this particular case. It's kind of weird that Lestrade hasn't showed his face yet. Anyways, the central incision goes from the sternum downwards towards the groin. Excuse me. Goes from the sternum downwards towards the groin. I don't know what that has anything to do with any of these. But I'm gonna go with the one that actually says the name. Oh, okay, cool. So going off of that point, Eddowes died the same way as Lestrade. We know this isn't true. We know that isn't true. So only the first one is a possibility. So Eddowes died the same way as Lestrade, which would lead to an accomplice of Lestrade's murderer killed C. Eddowes. No. Lestrade's murderer did not kill C. Eddowes. Maybe one and the same. Boom, there we go. That's the only one that makes sense because there's no indication that there is anybody else doing the killing. They're identical. Although the missing nose does kind of get me. It's kind of weird. Because that wasn't something any of the other victims had. The murder cut... Okay, so going from the central incision goes from the sternum towards the groin. So the murderer cut open the stomach in a surgical manner. The murderer opened C. Eddowes' abdomen like that of an animal. It's not random. But I think we recall that Watson said something about it being like an animal. So good. A piece of Catherine Eddowes' white apron was cut out, and the items at the victim's feet are very orderly. So we can say that the objects did not fall by chance. Okay, it's not that one, so it must be this one. I don't know. I don't know how we can get unfeeling from that, but I guess it is Sherlock Holmes. But I would have just thought that maybe the murderer, like Jack the Ripper, likes order. But that is not the case. Okay, so the items are meant for a woman. So these items definitely belong to the victim. Sorry, scratching my nose. Okay, so the murder is definitely not a woman. Or before the murder. No, they were placed after the murder. So there's that. And okay, only one of those makes sense, and it's gonna be the murderer searched Catherine Eddowes. Yay, I'm right. Please tell me this isn't right. Good. Or that. Cool. A thimble is found right beside the victim's hand. Held the thimble in her hand. Catherine Eddowes' liver and lungs underwent small incisions. Catherine Eddowes' kidney and uterus removed. Catherine Eddowes' nose was cut, though we don't know why. Catherine Eddowes' cheeks were slashed to become thinner, and her eyelids were cut. What? You got something to say to me, bro? Yeah, that's right. I just solved the mystery.
We must, first and foremost, locate the 3 exits leading to Mitre Square, Watson.
Oh, snap. Okay, so we still gotta find the exits. I take it. Not through there. Oh, great. Inventory. There we go. We're not on the timeline. Let's get rid of the matches. Do we... I don't think we can...
Interest here.
Yeah, we can't go through there. There's a door. Is there anything over here? Oh,
this
look,
dark
Watson.
and narrow passage leads to St. James's Place. Watson, we must now consult our timeline. We began in Dutfield's yard, but this time we will try to recreate the actions of certain people. In this case, those of the 2 policemen.
Okay. Sure. 1:30 a.m. PC Watkins enters the Mitre Square. Man, I got hair on my tongue today. 1:30? Okay. Hey, I want to put this there. Oh wait, that's 12:30. Never mind. 1:30.
1:30 a.m. PC Watkins didn't see the corpse while on his rounds. If PC Watkins did his rounds properly, and there is no reason to doubt this was the case, as he discovered the corpse a quarter of an hour later, the murder hadn't yet taken place, and there was no one in Mitre Square, unless they were hidden among the shadows. Enter Mitre Square via Mitre Street, Watson, and stop and try to see me with the lantern. I will be where poor Eddowes' corpse was.
I control Dr. Watson. Wait, what? Should I have the...
I see you, Holmes.
Perfect, Watson. Let's look at our timeline, Watson.
Okay, so the murder hadn't yet taken place at 1:30. Whoa, not 1:31.
Very good, Watson. Thus we can categorically state that the murder had not yet occurred at 1:30.
Okay, so at 1:35 a.m., a man and a woman are in discussion at the entrance of Church Passage. So 1:35 is right there.
1:35 a.m. A man and a woman are arguing at the entrance of Church Passage. The man came from Aldgate.
And at 1:42 a.m., PC Harvey arrives at Mitre Square.
1:42 a.m. PC Harvey arrives in Mitre Square. It should be noted, Watson, that the constable didn't enter Mitre Square. He could not have seen the corpse lying on the ground. But would he have been able to see a man sitting or standing? Go to the Church Passage entrance, then come back and try to see me while holding your lantern. I will stay at the spot where the victim was discovered.
La 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 la. I'm gonna run away. I'm tired of being Sherlock's lapdog. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I see you, Holmes.
You had to proceed into the square in order to see me, something Harvey didn't do. It is possible that the killer was still there. 1:42 a.m. PC Harvey arrives at Mitre Square, but does not go in. The murderer may well have still been there.
Okay. Cool, so 1:44, the body is discovered.
1:44 a.m. The body is discovered. Let's put the murder of poor Eddowes on the timeline, Watson.
Then we just do the O. Between 1:35 and 1:42.
1:35 and 1:42 a.m. The murder would appear to have taken place between these times, that is to say, within 7 minutes.
Agreed, Holmes. But does this really prove that our killer had the time to perpetrate these two murders?
Let's look at our timeline, Watson.
Okay, so we took 20 minutes to get from Duffield's Yard to Mitre Square. Actually, when... What? The heck? When did we come? What time is it? It's definitely not that time. Darn you, tell me what time it is. Great. Actually, how does that even work? Or, rather, I need to see the timeline. Poop. So it took 20 minutes. So that means we should be right there. Wait, when did the... So that's the murder of Liz Trice. So that's where we want to start. At least...
There, Watson. We are now certain that the murderer really had the time to commit these two murders.
Incredible. This spot is making me nauseous. Can we not head back, Holmes?
We certainly can't, Watson. We have one final point to address. Do you remember the piece of white apron that was missing just now? It was found just a few steps away from here, at the entrance of a building. That's where we must go.
Sorry. I did not get any of that dialogue. Where are we going again? We have one final point to address. Do you remember the piece of white apron that was just missing? It was found just a few steps away from the entrance of a building. Wait, so we want to go at the entrance of a building, like right here? Wait, I fail to see exactly where we're going. Okay. Well, it opened it up right here, so what are we missing? Barnes. Wait, hold on. That's where we are. I don't think that was there before.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, he was enthusiastic. That means we are in the right place.
There's the spot, Watson. By night, Goulston Street is deathly silent, which will permit us to carry out a fair few experiments. Let's find the entrance where the piece of the victim's apron and the mysterious chalk message were found.
I like how Watson is still dead. Okay, Israel Shaw.
Look at these signs, Watson. We are in the Jewish High Street. Look at these signs, Watson. We are in the Jewish High Street.
Yes, yes, we are in the Jew part of the town. Okay. No need to rub it in anybody's face. Hey, Solomonovich.
Look at these signs, Watson.
I, Solomonovich. It's like iRobot. Only it's like for Jews.
Nothing of interest here.
Okay, so... White apron...
Look at these signs, Watson. We are in the Jewish High...
Wait. What's this?
There's the spot where the apron and the message were found by P.C. Long. Now, let's recreate the scene. Remember, Watson, it was raining that night. Find me something with which to mimic raindrops hitting this wall while I write something with my chalk.
Slender Man's right behind me!
The Jews are not the men that will be blamed for nothing. But what does it mean?
Oh my gosh, that was so scary. Am I still invisible?
Have you found something for us to pour water from, Watson?
Find a container and some water. Let me remind you that it's nighttime and the street is deserted, Holmes.
Which should make it easy. Nope, I'm still dead. Okay. Nothing over there. Is this barrel full of water? It is.
Water.
Now, let's see. Apparently.
Have you found something for us to pour water from, Watson?
Oh, we need to find something to pour water from. So let's go upstairs. Nope. Okay. Surprised there's not like a spoon or latrine or a ladle. That's it. Latrine is the thing you go to the bathroom in.
That may come in handy. Who knows?
Yep, who knows?
That may come in handy. Who knows?
We couldn't just keep the last hook that we confiscated?
An old wooden pole. A merchant probably threw it out.
Oh, here's a bottle. Let's pick up the bottle. Is there anything else? Oh. What's that?
A watering can. That's what I need. But I can't reach it.
Really? Well, freaking combine... Okay. Combine this with that, and then tie it off with rope. There we go. Get it.
A watering can.
Just... Really?
A watering can.
But you have the freaking hook.
A watering can.
Oh my gosh, Watson, you're just... Okay. I don't know why you would decide to flip it over like that. Besides, Watson, you're a ghost. Just fly up there and get it. I think that would make it a whole lot better if Watson was really a ghost and Sherlock could, like, communicate with the dead or something. Alright, so let's get the water from the water thing and go back to Holmes. There we go. Water pail full of water. I got it.
Have you found something for us to pour water from, Watson?
That's all you're gonna say?
Yes, I have, Holmes.
That's my response. I control Sherlock Holmes now. Oh my gosh, glitchy and Slenderman stuff.
If this message were written by the killer, then it would have been lying in this entrance for up to 35 minutes before being discovered. Let's find out in what state it must have been. This message could not have withstood an entire night in the rain. During the investigations carried out on the night of the double murder, PC Hulse inspected the entrances of this street around 2:20 a.m. and confirmed to have seen nothing out of the ordinary. At
Dancing Slenderman.
2:55 a.m., 35 minutes later, PC Long found Catherine Eddowes' piece of apron and the message in chalk. This message would not have withstood a whole night in the rain, as had I continued to water it for a little longer, I would certainly have erased it. It was written, therefore, at the moment when the piece of apron was dumped. This substantiates P.C. Hulse's statement, which stated he had seen neither of these during his rounds. After its discovery, it was guarded and protected from the rain, which was subsiding, which explains why it was still legible when it was erased at 5:30. My dear Watson, when you met P.C. Smith on his rounds in the street, where was he? On the pavement or in the middle of the road?
In the middle of the road, Holmes, without a shadow of a doubt.
Good. You will go down the street with your lantern as if you were a policeman on patrol, using Smith's position as a guide. As soon as you see the entrance where I used the watering can, tell me if you see anything.
Okay. Wait, where's that place again? I kind of forgot where we were. Were we past all this? No. Okay. Yeah, we were past all this. Uh-oh.
I have no reason to go there.
Crap. I forgot where I was. So I was obviously in the other direction. Oh, there's the water barrel. So we must be right there. I see you.
There, Holmes. From here, I can see something written.
Can you read it?
No.
Do you see the white rag, Watson?
I see something on the ground, but I'm not sure if it's what you were talking about.
PC Long, who found the piece of apron, was examining the interior of the entrances, and yet nobody would have predicted that this piece of material would be discovered on the very night of the murder by a policeman on patrol.
What are you trying to get at, Holmes?
Let's look at this message on the wall, Watson. The Jews are not the men that will be blamed for nothing. In other words, the Jews were possibly blamed for nothing, but that will no longer be the case. Reading this message naturally begs one question. What would that be, Watson?
Why?
Indeed, Watson, why? For what reason would one have the right to blame the Jews in the future? Remember, Lestrade was killed near a club for socialist Jews, Edaus not far from a synagogue and the Imperial Club, and finally, this piece of apron dropped here. This building is occupied by Jewish families. The killer really did go out of his way to incriminate the Jews living in the area.
So it's not the murderer.
It's obvious, Holmes.
It's not
Yes,
Jack.
but with the rumors, Watson, the author of this message would have received a response to his strategy.
You are right, Holmes. So perhaps it's a good thing this message was erased.
Whoever took the decision to do this is a man of great wisdom and courage. Let's return to Baker Street, Watson. I have some pipes to smoke to help me think more clearly.
Let's
Marijuana.
go back to Baker Street. Home, sweet home.
I also like how they spelled Jews there with the Juwes, but then they corrected it with Jews. Anyways, let's go back home. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the map. Yeah. Poor
I
Watson.
had nightmares all night, Holmes. As for you, I bet you didn't get a wink of sleep, did you? It's this chalk message business, isn't it?
Among other things.
And this lunatic is still running free. If only we knew what he looked like.
But we do know, Watson. We have a fairly accurate description.
I must have missed an episode of your adventures, Holmes. Not only have I heard you discredit the value of our eyewitnesses, but the few descriptions we do have don't seem to correspond.
An inaccurate account can regain its value if we can discover why and to what extent the truth must be rewritten. We've learned a great many things tonight, and I'm able to tell you what our man looks like.
Really?
Yes, and we're going to need a few things, Watson. Find me 3 mannequins, my worker's costume, my 3 full wigs, one of your worn garments, yes, that can be used for the workman's outfit, and one of your old suits. Oh, and my deer stalker, the one I never wear, but everyone seems to think I wear day and night.
I think I know how Watson was killed. He hung himself. If you looked in that cutscene, he was definitely hanging there. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this a short episode, mainly to kind of fix the bugs and all of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below telling me what you think, and go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Check the description for my Facebook and Twitter information. I'm always looking for a few more friends, and check the annotations at the end of the video to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and for the series playlist and other playlists I've put together. I will see you in the next video.